USS Constitution was one of the first ships built in the American Navy. It's been everywhere from the shores of Tripoli and back. These cannons would take up to 12 men to operate, and they each had their names. Like this one's Spitfire, so that way people could know which cannon they were assigned to. The hammocks right here where the enlisted sailors slept, and in the other room, in their own little kind of, they're very small, but their own quarters were where the officers slept, and they also did officer stuff in that room at the tables, and that's where they ate as well, but these guys weren't as lucky. People were obviously a lot shorter back then. This room right here is the officers' mess, and right in here you can see that's about the size of what their living quarters would be, although they would not be smushed up against each other like the enlisted men. This is where they ate and discussed officer stuff. One of the most important battles in the War of 1812 was between the USS Constitution and the HMS Guerriere. So basically what happened is, we kicked their butt. So the USS Constitution, the cannonballs are bouncing off the side, which got its same old iron sides. Huzzah! And it was the first battle in the War of 1812 that really showed the world that America should be taken seriously. And it's an example of what we call frigate-to-frigate warfare. The US knew that it was never going to be able to build up the navy of the British in that short period of time that it had to do so. And the British had a humongous navy, but it was fighting the Napoleonic Wars. So they built a ton of frigates, intended specifically to do frigate-to-frigate warfare. The British actually specifically issued a command to their ships not to engage in frigate-to-frigate warfare with US ships like the USS Constitution, because we would win. And that really that was a big morale booster for Americans at the time. Whichever ball bounces the highest is the hardest wood. So, live oak. Always. I'm slightly shorter than the average sailor, even with my boots with like a 2-inch heel on, so that makes me feel so great right now.
What does it tell you about a ship's biscuit if it doesn't decompose within 200 years? Yummy.
That didn't go very well. Oh, that's the drop menu, never mind. Anyone who knows me knows this is the ultimate Sophia sticker. People had occupied Boston, and they were, what?